Welcome back. The Gallo Show, SuperTalk, Mississippi, on a Friday morning. And joining us now, we have the president and CEO of Special Olympics Mississippi, Monica Daniels, joining us. Monica, how you doing this morning?
I am doing great. How about you?
Doing fantastic. And, today is a big day for you guys. Why don't you tell us what's going on down at Camp Shelby?
Camp Shelby, this time of year rolls around, and we are so excited that Camp Shelby opens their gates. All of their staff, enlisted professionals, civilians on base, greet our athletes with open arms for these games that are a weekend long, and we'll kick off tonight with our opening ceremonies. We will have some distinguished guests. Senator Roger Wicker has asked to come and speak to our athletes. Base commander will be there. It's always an honor and just a lot of fun to kick it off on a Friday night. And then tomorrow morning, bright and early, the athletes enjoy the speakers, but Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, when the competition fields are open, that's what they're there for. So we will kick it off with all of our sports. This fall games, we will be playing softball, cornhole, croquet, horseshoes, and have soccer skills all going on the quadrangle of softball fields at Camp Shelby.
That is fantastic. And this, how long has this been being held in Mississippi, and specifically at Camp Shelby?
Well, yes. So Special Olympics Mississippi as an organization was actually founded, started, chartered around 1975. Eunice Kennedy Shriver, founder of Special Olympics, actually made 2 trips to Mississippi to help us kick it off, and her legacy still lives here. And Camp Shelby has graciously been doing this for about 36 years for Special Olympics.
Well, it's a fantastic event, and it's hard to overstate. I know you mentioned that and said the speakers, they're all kind of, okay. Let's get to the good stuff. Where's the good stuff? And then tomorrow morning that kicks off. This is an enormous event for the athletes at the Special Olympics of Mississippi. Would you say it's probably one of the biggest things of the year for them?
Well, I would, except we do this about 6 times a year in terms of state competitions. So it's a huge undertaking for our small but mighty. We only have 7 paid staff, and we serve 6,000 athletes across the entire state of Mississippi. And I don't say only as a derogatory. I mean, our team is amazing, and but this is one of 6 state level competitions that we host. We will have about 500 athletes, probably 1,000 volunteers. It is a huge deal. And what really makes this particular fall games pretty important, and our athletes will have their game faces on, is that 2 of the sports, cornhole, which is now considered a sport, and softball, those games this weekend are qualifying games for our USA games that will be 2026 on the campus of the University of Minnesota. Because of the way the calendar falls, and softball won't come around again in 2025 until the fall, which is too late to qualify. So they're going to be mighty serious, and this will be the first year we've taken a cornhole team, first year around that they've offered that. Special Olympics as a model does national games every 4 years. So we were in Orlando in 2022 with a delegation of about 180, and we will be on the campus of the University of Minnesota 2026 with a delegation of about 130. So these athletes playing softball and cornhole will be very serious.
Oh, they're going to be focused. The game faces will fully be on for this. I have no
They
doubt.
will. They will.
Organizing these state games is one thing. That's a monumental undertaking that you guys do. But it's got to rise to the next level every 4 years when you take a contingent to the national games. That has to be a lot of work to put that together.
It is. It is. And, as I said just a minute ago, just this weekend, we will probably have the support of 1,000 volunteers. And then if you multiply that by every time we offer a state competition, 6, 7 of those a year, by that number of volunteers. And then you look at the state itself, these athletes come from their local areas. And every local area is led by another small but mighty team of volunteers who serve as coaches and area directors, and they work with the athletes and the families and get them ready. And then for state level competitions and USA games, they participate at no cost to them at all. And so that is the whole fundraising arm that we are required to do as well. But from day one, this has been a grassroots organization that could not do one single competition without our volunteers.
Well, and you mentioned fundraising, and let's talk about that for just a moment, because it's almost become a cliche at this point. I've been saying this about various things, but I can think of nothing more important than this one to say it about. Even a dollar helps. Everything helps to get you to your goal of what you need to make all of this happen for these people and these athletes, right?
Yes, sir. It absolutely does. And we have community partners all over the state. So we have businesses and organizations that make generous gifts annually that go towards events like this, and gives them an opportunity. When you're a community partner, you're invited to come and present medals, or invited to be a coach, or to come out and show off your company and let people know that this is something you support. Down to, we had a unified softball game with a group of high schoolers at Jackson Academy and Jackson Prep. And it was our athletes from Vicksburg and Jackson playing on the girls softball team. They gave us the money at the gate and the concession stand, and it goes right into the kitty. On top of that, our athletes and these high school softball team, they just bonded and it's become a rivalry series. Like, who's going to win, Prep or JA? And hats off, this year Prep won. So, they love those bragging rights, but things like that. So you don't have to be a huge community partner. You can open your concession stand and host a unified sport, and it all helps.
Well, and that, I think, speaks to the creativity that you can put into play to help this kind of thing happen. That's a great idea that Prep and JA are doing. Other schools can do that. Businesses can do that. Service organizations and communities can put things together like that. Creative. Come up with something, that at first blush you go, oh, wait, no, nobody's ever done that. But then you stop and realize, wait, nobody's ever done this. Maybe we could be the first, and you get a chance to start something. So it's really a fantastic thing. What can people do? I know you've already got your volunteers lined up for this weekend. If you don't, you're in trouble, Monica. I'm going to tell you. But
right.
What can people do to help out the organization aside from cash donations?
We always love fans in the stands. So a lot of our volunteers, have assigned duties. But if you are in and around Hattiesburg or Camp Shelby, they open up the base, and people sitting in the bleachers cheering on our athletes just is incredible. Just come out. We'll have snow cone trucks and coffee trucks and all kind, other fun. We'll have an Olympic village. We'll have a petting zoo will be there. Some of our community partners will be there. In addition to the competitions too, we, on our staff, there's a health component, and we offer free health screenings to our athletes in various health areas. And this year it'll be health promotions, which is overall health, blood pressure, weight assessments, podiatry will be there, as well as special smiles. So we do oral health care check and fun fitness to make sure that our athletes are always competition ready, which will not be a problem this weekend.
Busy weekend at Camp Shelby with the Mississippi Special Olympics Fall Games. Opening ceremonies tonight. The games themselves going all weekend. And Monica Daniels has already scheduled a nap for Monday, I hope. Okay, good.
You got it.
Monica, I appreciate it. Go try to catch a quick nap right now before things get kicked off if you can. We appreciate it. And keep us updated on how it goes this weekend, okay?
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime.